Well, if you're here, you already know what this is about. This thing right here, this little tiny thing. My wife and I have had this for 2 years. Two. And let me tell you, it's really great. I don't nick myself. It does the job and does it well. Okay. And I can't complain. All right. But recently, my wife has been complaining about it. And the reason for that is that this thing is dying too quickly. At most, this thing lasts 2 to 3 minutes. Kind of like me. And let me tell you, my wife does not enjoy that. So, on a journey to make it last longer, I went and searched the internet to try to find a breakdown of this thing to see if anybody has done it before me. And I found a few videos. I found one video particularly, and the guy said that this thing is very technical to break down and fix. So, me thinking that I would work, I build PCs, I'm very technical, that I could do it, that this thing would be a piece of cake. I couldn't have been more wrong about it. Let me tell you, this thing almost had me in tears by the end of it. But, as you've seen, it works. And let me tell you, my wife enjoys that it lasts longer. So, to help everybody else out there and not have the issue I'm having and fix the battery life on this, I decided to record it and make a step-by-step video. And hopefully, we'll be on this journey together and I can save you a lot of issues that I went through. It's not pretty, I promise you, it's not pretty. But, like I said, it works. So here's the trimmer. I, for whatever reason, decided to use tweezers. I thought tweezers were the go-to, but apparently not. So you have to take the backing off right here at this seam. And I thought, you know what? Tweezers are thin enough. Nope. I nicked the plastic so you can see the indentions I'm making right here onto the plastic. And it just warped it slightly. And I accidentally hit one of the clips with the tweezers, so it ended up breaking. So here in a second, the backing will come off and you'll be able to see the tweezers. My recommendation is look at the backing and probably not avoid it, but maybe just be very gentle when hitting the clips. You see that those are the clip sections. And once you take off the backing, there is a screw you need to take off. And like I said, I've done a lot of technical things with computers and stuff. So these little screw heads are normal. So I always have that in my kit. You might have to go buy one if you don't have one. If you buy a soldering kit, it comes with it. So now that we took off the screw, I'm trying to figure out how to take it off. Okay, I can see that it's prying open, but I'm also worried about the top of the trimmer where the blade is. I don't want to accidentally break that or something to happen. I'm very cautious when I do this stuff because I am doing it to be able to fix it. So you see me taking off the top, and once you take off the top, there's two screws. And there's two screws right here that you just have to take off. It's pretty easy. I really think if you take off the top and use that metal part that you just saw, you could probably use that for the indentation so you don't have to buy the screw. But once you take it off, you see the backing's already wanting to come off. I just use a flathead version of the little tool that I had and I just pop it off. I wish I would have used that from the beginning, but oh well. It's like you live and you learn, you know? So once you have the backing off, everything's gonna be exposed. So it's one layer that we just went through. There's, I think, two more layers after this. So you see there goes one layer. Now we have that exposed button. Be careful because the button on the front panel does tend to come off. So eh, I almost lost it at one point because I didn't know it came off. So here you just pop off the back and then you're good. So right now we've gone through the easy part. This is easy. Like this is just deassembling. Not a big deal, right? And hopefully this helps you deassemble it faster and not mess up. But for me, it took me a little while because I didn't want to break anything since I didn't have any guide. So right here, there's four clips. You take off the clips, and then there's a gasket to seal off the battery so no water gets in there because you are supposed to use this trimmer in the shower. So you just go in. I use my little flathead. You probably use your fingers or your nails to pop it off. I did end up slightly ripping the rubber, but I don't think it's a big deal. Once you get it off, then the battery's exposed, the board's exposed. So you got to be a little careful on getting water or anything on it because you don't want to mess it up. So now that we're onto the final layer of the trimmer, you want to take out this section. I didn't know this section came out, but this section does come out. It took me a little while. I know that on these cuts, it looks like I found it immediately. No, I'm telling you, I was there for probably 3 to 4 hours. So you're gonna go ahead and pry it out of on this side. I tried doing it on the other side and it just wouldn't come out, so I just full committed to this side. They have some solder for some hangovers that you can use, but other than that, just from that side, you'll be fine. So once the battery is exposed, there is copper wiring, right? It's very thin and delicate, so you got to be a little careful. So it comes off because there's adhesion to it. So so there was a moment where I had it fully off and it was perfectly fine. I just push it back on. Like I said, that covering, once you push it in, it's gonna hold it. So even if you don't have that well adhesion, like you can see it immediately came off. Even if you don't have good adhesion anymore, like I said, I had this for 2 years, so I wouldn't doubt that there's no more adhesion. So once you get that, you move on to the actual circuit. This part I did completely wrong. Like I said, I was struggling. I had no guide or anything on how to do this. The guy was just like I soldered it and I desoldered it. And he didn't say how or anything. So right here there's two clips and the clips need to go in that open area where that arrow is. And then once you get it there, then you can pop it up and out. I was trying to pop it inward, upward. No, you need to pop it out, away from there. So once you do that, like you can see it right there where I popped it out, that's what you need to do. And then all the other clips are easy to just pull out. So in this battery, now you can see that it was, for these batteries, they kind of press that top in. So you kind of just have to break it. So you can see there, I had to resolder it back on. Be careful if you leave the solder on there for too long, it will mess up the battery. So you can see one of the things came off, and this is what I was talking about. Like these things are so flimsy to the point where if you accidentally over push it, it's coming off. So you just see me desoldering it. Like I didn't want to show everything because I believe that if you do it right, there's no need for that. And if you do it wrong, then oh well, it kind of sucks. So here I'll show you how ugly it looks. Like right there, I know you can't see it. Maybe I'll get a good little angle here. Right there, the solder is thick. That I had to put it on, so it was kind of difficult to put the covering back on. Right there, you can really tell that solder's thick, and I just used solder. 100% just winged it, and because of that, I don't know how it worked. But I feel like since I'm giving you a guide and you're seeing all this, I feel like you could do a lot better than I did. So that way you have a lot less mistakes. And honestly, if you gave me a new one of these and I was able to do it, I think I could do it quickly and I could do it way better than how I did it now. But since it was my first time and I never really seen anything like this, I just messed up a lot. So once I put it back in, you could press that button right there to see if the light comes on. And if the light comes on, then you know everything works just fine. That button right there, and then it'll vibrate too if you have it plugged in. If you don't have it plugged in at that section in the layer, then the light will still come on because its battery is technically needing charge. Well, I hope this guide was able to help you through this, unlike me. If you want to see more videos of me doing things that my wife wants or fixing anything, or you know what, suggest what you want, I'm willing to do it. Well, if you want to see more, please just like and subscribe.